We've all watched game shows. The flashing lights, the cheering audience, and the everyday people who step into the spotlight hoping for a shot at fame or fortune. But sometimes the faces smiling back at us on TV are hiding dark secrets. Today, we're exposing the shocking stories of people who once competed on popular game shows and were later convicted or accused of murder. Before she became known worldwide as the Doomsday Mom, Lori Vallow was just another smiling contestant on Wheel of Fortune in 2004. Back then, she introduced herself as a devoted mom and a huge fan of the show, winning about $17,000 and charming the audience with her bubbly personality. But years later, that image would shatter. Lori and her husband, Chad Daybell, were accused of horrifying crimes involving the murders of her two children, Tylee Ryan and J.J. Vallow, and Chad's late wife, Tammy Daybell. In 2023, Lori Vallow was convicted of murder and conspiracy charges and sentenced to life in prison. It's one of the most disturbing falls from grace ever, from spinning the Wheel of Fortune to orchestrating a doomsday-driven killing spree. Not every Jeopardy champion goes on to greatness. In 1989, Paul Curry impressed viewers with his intellect, quick thinking, and calm confidence. But years later, police uncovered a horrifying truth. Curry had poisoned his wife, Linda, with nicotine, slowly and deliberately, to collect on her life insurance. For nearly 20 years, he managed to evade justice until new forensic evidence finally exposed him. In 2014, Paul Curry was convicted of first-degree murder and insurance fraud, sentenced to life in prison without parole. In the late 1980s, Donna Adelson appeared on Wheel of Fortune. She looked like a picture-perfect housewife, cheerful, intelligent, and competitive. But decades later, Donna would make headlines for all the wrong reasons. In 2023, she was arrested and charged in connection with the murder-for-hire killing of her former son-in-law, Florida State University law professor Dan Markel. Prosecutors allege the Adelson family arranged the hit after a bitter custody battle involving Donna's daughter, Wendy. Her son, Charlie Adelson, was convicted in 2023, and Donna was convicted of murder and conspiracy charges herself in 2025. Wendy Adelson had a game show appearance of her own, competing on The Weakest Link in 2002. From solving puzzles on Wheel of Fortune to facing prosecutors in court, her story shows just how far a family feud can spiral. In 1978, the dating game featured a charismatic bachelor named Rodney Alcala, a photographer who loved skydiving and motorcycles. He charmed the audience and even won the bachelorette's heart, but when the cameras stopped rolling, she refused to go on the date because something about him felt off. She had no idea how right she was. At the time, Alcala was in the middle of a murder spree. He would eventually be convicted of killing several women and girls, though investigators believe the true number of victims may be much higher. He became forever known as the dating game killer. Each of these contestants once smiled for the camera, played by the rules, and walked away to applause. Years later, they'd find themselves facing judges, juries, and life sentences instead of prizes. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.